for cheap new games, be sure to hit that G2A link in the description and go and check it out. Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to another video about Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So, recently, today actually, I've been to EGX and I've got my hands on Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I got to play the EV Fry demo, which you can see on screen. So, I played it through twice. The first time I did the little stealth approach where you go and you pretend you've been captured, like you see in the demo, and then I went and I didn't complete it twice, I just kind of played it twice. Like, the first time I did complete it, and then the second time I just went around fighting guards so I could test out the combat for you guys. But I'm going to tell you everything that I genuinely thought about the gameplay. So, to start off, it's definitely better than Unity, like, in a few ways. The frame rate is actually stable. The draw distance is good. It feels like the game feels solid. It feels flowing. It doesn't feel as clunky and unfinished as Unity. It feels like a finished game. Everything works well, and the graphics are really nice as well. So Evie handles really well. Evie's fun. I like playing as Evie. She was cool to play as. So I want to start off with talking about the rope launcher, which you just saw like a little prompt for on screen. The rope launcher was nowhere near as OP as it seems. Like, when you watch the demos, it feels like it's prompting you all the time, but really, it's really not like that at all. Like, you have to kind of angle the camera up to get the rope launcher to work. Like, unless you're right beside a building, like, literally, like almost touching it, it won't prompt you to use the rope launcher. So you kind of have to look up and angle the camera right to be able to get the rope launcher to work. So it's not prompting you all the time, like, use the rope launcher, use the rope launcher, use the rope launcher, which I think is pretty cool. That's a pretty cool feature. So it's nowhere near as OP as you think. Obviously, it's still unrealistic and it shouldn't be in the game, blah blah blah. But it's not as unreal. It's not as bad. It's not as OP as it seems that it would probably be. Another thing, the stealth. The stealth actually works really well in this game. It's fun. It's like intuitive. It's easy to do. It's like, the stealth in Unity was broken to fuck. Like, the stealth didn't work at all. In this game, the stealth works. It's like classic Assassin's Creed stealth. It just works. And this sneak button has actually been changed now. It's not left trigger. It's X on PlayStation, A on Xbox. You know, that same button. To go into sneak mode, you just tap A and you'll go into crouch mode. You put your hood up. And that's pretty cool. So, Evie's cool. And also, the sneak ability that gives you the like invisibility option isn't OP either. Like, it doesn't activate all the time, and guards can still like detect you. You have to be kind of far away, kind of not out in the open. It kind of works quite well. And yeah, it was really fun. I enjoyed it. I think Syndicate has a lot of potential. Like, and I think it looks pretty cool. Like, the story from the story trailer that we've seen, which I'll leave a link to at the end of the video, looks really good. The story looks cool. The characters look good. It genuinely looks like a really fun game. Like, story-wise and then gameplay-wise, I can tell you that it genuinely is fun. The only thing that I have problems with Syndicate is the combat. Now, I know a lot of you guys have had concerns about the combat, and I've played the combat, and it's not terrible. It's not horrible, but it's but quite jittery. So, like, you can see it kind of like, she's kind of like, when you see combat in the Syndicate, it kind of looks all over the place, kind of like doing all these moves. Like, the frame rate looks like it turns up a lot, and it's like everything goes really quick, and like it's really quick and jittery all over the place kind of thing. That's what the combat looks like, and that's kind of what it feels like when you play. And also, it kind of feels very manic at times, like when you've got, so at this one point I was outside the Tower of London, just actually just around the corner from here. Like, say you go out those bushes and turn right, I had a bunch of guards there, and they were just attacking me, and you can't take probably more than 4 hits without dying, whereas the guards, you can hit them 20 times before they die. Like, they have a huge amount of health. So you're kind of just hitting them, doing all these exact same moves over and over and over again. They've added the counter feature back into the game, but it doesn't counter like it did in Assassin's Creed, like 2, 3, 4. It counters like, it's kind of it's essentially a parry, but they've just named it counter just because they don't want to call it parry. But it essentially works the same. Like, when you do a counter, it stops their attack, you stun them for a moment, but it doesn't like finish them. It doesn't finish them off. So kind of like the Batman Arkham games, and Shadow of Mordor, like with that sort of countering system. It works like that. And I don't have a problem with that necessarily. Just if the enemies weren't so damn hard to defeat, like, you can hit them over and over and over and over again, and they just don't want to die. Like, they just stay alive the whole time. Like, it's one of the more frustrating things in the game is just the fact that fights take forever, and the fact that so the countering system works the same as Unity, in the sense that when their bar above their head, their health bar goes from red, like the red health bar, to yellow or gold, like glowing gold. It means they're going to attack you. So when you press B at that point, you're going to counter them. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and guards tend to attack you. And it's like their animation happens even though you've countered them, and they still deal damage. Like, and then sometimes you'll cut off their animation, and it won't look like they've hit you, but you'll still take damage. It's kind of a bit messy. That might have been just me not really paying attention. I was really close to the screen. Like, it was a huge monitor, like a proper TV, and you're sitting really close, so it's kind of difficult to take in everything. I feel like I needed to be sitting back, or the monitor needed to be smaller, because you're really close. But that's also an opportunity to look at the graphics and the detail, the textures, the frame rate, the draw distance, which were all good, which were all perfect, can't fault them at all. So also, yeah, so the combat, there's also an ability to now dodge bullets. So when guards are going to shoot you, if you press triangle or Y at the right point, it'll prompt you on screen. It'll give you like a timer, like a little triangle or Y button will appear, and there'll be a circle that will go around it. I played this on PlayStation 4, by the way, so I can't talk for what it'll be like on Xbox, whether the frame rate will be stable, all that kind of stuff, but on PlayStation it was really good. It'll prompt you with a triangle or a Y, and like a circle will go around it kind of thing to show you how long you have until you press it. It's a really short time window. And again with that, I felt like I was doing it right, because sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, and I couldn't work out what I was doing wrong as to why it wasn't going to work. But yeah, that was, I mean, it's a good feature to have, definitely, because it avoids the whole taking damage thing. Medicine's back in the game. It works with up on the D-pad, which is cool. That's cool. It's good to have the medicine back. Throwing knives are really cool. They're really OP. They do one hit to guards most of the time. I think so anyways. All the guards that I tried to take out with throwing knives died instantly when I threw throwing knives. They're really, really cool. It's like a lock-on feature. So left trigger, because it's no longer sneak, it's actually to aim. Right trigger is to fire. So much easier than left bumper and right trigger, or whatever the hell it was, to fire things in Unity. It was really weird, but yeah, that's really cool. The loading times aren't as long at all, and they're in the white room, which makes it a hell of a lot cooler. The voice acting is pretty decent. It's pretty good. I really like Evie's voice acting. I think she does a great job. Also, the different ways you can approach the mission is really cool. Like, it gives you different opportunities, and you can kind of explore it. It gives like replay value kind of thing, and that's really cool. So I enjoyed that a lot. And I don't know. I just genuinely overall, I think it's pretty damn good. It's looking up to be genuinely a good game. Like, I misjudged, I think. I prejudged because of Unity, which is right, you know? It's right of me to do that, to see Unity, see a game that looks similar to Unity, and be like, yeah, it's gonna be shit. But, after playing the game, it's really fun, and it feels like an Assassin's Creed game. Now, I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like I'm playing Assassin's Creed, and not playing a separate... Like, I feel like I'm back to that series again, like... It's not like Unity, where it feels like they've tried to change too much. I feel like I'm going back to the Ezio trilogy. Not completely to the Ezio trilogy. Like, it's not Ezio trilogy on par. Like, it's not on par with that. But I feel like the ambience, the style, the, like, charisma, everything about the game feels like the Ezio trilogy in a sense. Like, not completely, but it does, and it's good, and it makes me really happy and pleased. And yeah, genuinely the game is good. That's what overall is what I'm trying to say, is after playing this demo, the game is good from what I've played. The game works, the gameplay's fun. The only problem I have is the combat, but I'm sure it'll be fine when you get, maybe it's just a knack. Maybe you just have to get used to the game, the combat. I've playing it for a while, maybe I'd be better at it, but because I only had like 15 minutes of playing, and I just literally jumped into the combat my second playthrough of the demo, and I guess I kind of went full into like taking out a bunch of high-level guards kind of thing. I guess I didn't really have any training and stuff like that, so maybe that's the issue there. But yeah, overall this game's good, and I'm excited for it, and I think it's going to be a good game, genuinely. The story looks interesting. The story trailer's really cool. I might talk more about that at some point. You can go check it out. At the end of the video or in the description. Actually, it won't be in the description. Fuck that. It'll be at the end of the video. But yeah, it is really good. The graphics are good. The gameplay is good. The story looks good. The world is good. The tools are cool. and I don't have too much of a problem with the rope launcher anymore. It's not as OP as you think, and yeah, the game, yeah, it's just fun. It's a fun game. They've done a good job with the assassinations. They're structured well, and genuinely, I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. I think I'm going to really enjoy it as well. I can't wait for it to come out, and I can't wait to cover it and do some gameplay of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to smack that like button and comment down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys thought, and let me know if I've changed your mind about the game, and if you, like, trust what I'm saying. Maybe you guys think I'm completely lying, but I promise to you, I would never lie about the game. Like, genuinely, there was a point when I was on the boat right at the beginning of the demo, and I tried to, so I was trying to put the game through its paces. So what I did was, I, like, control descended off the boat at the beginning, and I, like, kind of fell through the world, and I was so pleased, because I was like, I said to Luke before we started playing, I was like, I'm gonna make myself fall through the world, and I fucking did it, and it was great. But yeah, that was cool. Obviously it's still pre-built, so those things can happen. Also, I mean, I was being a bit of a twat and, like, controlled descending off the side of a boat while it was moving, so obviously it's gonna fuck the game up. But yeah, so be sure to subscribe, let me know what you guys think, and I'll have more videos to come soon, and we'll talk more about Assassin's Creed Syndicate, so I'll see you all next time. Bye!
Charge over the hills, but these cities had enough. But if we turn and fight, does it almost feel like we will?